Hello everyone, today I'm going to be taking a look at a character model for the Yoroni faction in Conquest from Para Bellum Games as I check out the Kitsune. Okay, our Yoroni Kitsune, which is a dual kit, also makes the Bakasu. This box contains one plastic miniature, one set of brute bases and one stand. Now, popping it open. Little QR code as well. Learn more about the Yoroni there. In the box we have base for First Blood, base for Last Argument of Kings, cards. So the ideal cards are Fushi, pair thereof. And we have our build instructions as well. So single sprue, everything numbered. And our build guide is 3 easy steps and 14 additional steps. Some options as well. Head and weapons? Or are they just posability? No, they are options. We have choices. Choices. Sprue itself then. So this is Archon's plastic in Poland that Para Bellum have switched over to. Everything is numbered and if needs be lettered as well. Also with little arrows to show which piece the number is for, which is always handy. The pieces themselves look very nicely tooled. Have we anything on the inside? We do. So we have things like tail 3, tail 2. So you can save yourself time and effort by just clipping out the relevant ones there and putting those together when building the back end assembly together. Sprue gates look relatively well positioned and in the most part thin. That one looks a bit chunky on a piece of headgear. What I'll do is I will get it built up and see exactly what it was like to clip out and put together. I shall be right back. Okay, we're back and she is built. Not the easiest, not the hardest build I've ever had. The main body, the Kitsune itself, very simple. 2 parts, front and back, leg goes on. Choice of 3 heads, and then the choice of arms, whether you're building the Onmyoji, he said in a high questioning voice, the caster with the long robes, or the Bakashi, the twin daggered version. So that's okay. However, it is the tails. Oh Lord, the tails. It's like a 3D jigsaw, where you're having to, well, you start by building, he said, this and this. So whenever I showed you the inside of the sprue and each of the tails has a number inside it, so they're numbered from 1 up to 9. That might not be the order in which you assemble them. The instructions will tell you. In fact, tail number 1 and tail number 4 are the first, and tail number 2 and tail number 7. So you can use those internal numbers, but you have to build it in this order, because by the time you get to here, tail number 8 is actually the last of the 9 tails that goes into the center. So that, not complicated, a little bit time consuming. You will need to dry fit like mad, because some of the pieces will lock in a certain direction. It's like a 3D jigsaw. Also, I found there's a fair number of gaps appeared that would require filling. So there's a big one there. You see that? Runs up behind. It's tricky to see in amongst all of the tails. But I think this one may end up requiring a wee bit of putty in places just to hide some of the gaps that appeared whenever I was putting together. I mean, most might disappear whenever it's been primed. Time will tell. Size-wise, a mighty 70mm to the top of the head, around 65 to eye level. And some nice detail on it, especially on the faces. I think the choice of 3 heads are terrific. In game terms, the Onmyoji is your caster. So has 5 attacks, but the clash is terrible. It's 2. And then also has 3 impact as well. So can do some damage in melee. However, if you're getting up there, you should really be thinking about life in a different way, I feel. Has a couple of special abilities. Master of the Winsome Winds. So she activates on a shoe, or well, she can activate on anything. She brings a shoe to the command stack. And when she activates using this ideal card, she can get a free out-of-sequence spellcasting action that automatically succeeds or is resolved as if it has succeeded. And can either use the spell Blossom in the Wind or the Misery of Failure Envisioned, which is a fantastic name. Misery of Failure is a -1 to an opponent's resolve within so many inches. Blossom in the Wind is reduces your opponent's activations to a maximum of 2. So it's more situational, but the resolve being reduced by 1 on a unit is good. And because ideal cards sort of stack in various ways, other units that activate with a shoe also get that ability after she's taken effect. So you could potentially hammer down a resolve of a lot of different units on a turn when you're going to be going in there. She also has a barrage attack. A barrage is 3 with a range of 14 inches, and her volley is 3, so more likely to hit with that than she is with combat abilities. It comes with 4 different spells, and is, relatively beefy priest 6. So she has the potential to do a fair amount of damage if she needs to melee, but really she's there for the support. Now, if you do choose to build her as the Bakasu instead, none of these names are going to sound the same throughout this video. Every time I say it, it's different. Well, the Bakasu is your Fu melee Kitsune. So she comes with 8 attacks and a clash of 4, so she will do some damage in melee. Still has the impact, also has deadly blade, so anytime anybody makes the mistake of failing a defense roll on a 6, she does 2 wounds instead of 1, which is great. Sort of a deadly strike type of thing. And she also has the Mistress of Azure Gales. So whenever she activates with the Fu, she gains fluid formation. So she can make a free reform either before she does any actions. So she can turn around to see somebody to charge them, or she does it after all the actions are completed. And once again, all friendly regiments in your army that activate on the Fu ideal card benefit from that fluid formation rule as well. So really emphasizing the tactical speed and flexibility of the Yoroni using that I think an awful lot of people will be at home to. bringing that onto the table and slapping people around with it, because suddenly being able to shift your army on a ninepence, as they say, is particularly good. But there you go. Whatever way you choose to run it, either as the Bakasu or the Onmyoji, I'm so sorry. Either way, Kitsune are a lot of fun for the Yoroni. So there we go. The dual kit obviously lets you build either version. So if you don't want to build the Onmyoji, you can build the Bakasu, which is the DPS damage dealing character rather than the support version. Either way, beautiful kit, really nice, distinctively Japanese influence with the multi-tailed Kitsune spirit coming through there. And in game terms, absolute beast, whether you want to run it as the support with those supplemental spells, or if you just want to absolutely go ham and slice people into little tiny bits and feed them potentially to your spirit foxes, I imagine. But let me know what you think below, folks. Until next time, bye-bye.
Go ahead and check out our other content on screen now. And while you're at it, why not hit subscribe and remember to ding our dong. Go on, you know you want to click it. Go on.